The first contact signal wasn't a friendly greeting or a message of peace. It arrived as a formal request for a military observation. The Galactic Council, ancient and powerful, expected a show. They anticipated ceremonial escorts, grand displays of symbolic defense units, and a bit of pomp and circumstance. It was the standard protocol, a way for new species to put their best foot forward. But Earth's response was different. For 72 hours, there was nothing. Complete radio silence. The council waited, intrigued, perhaps a little annoyed. Then a message finally came through. It wasn't a diplomatic overture or a flowery welcome. It contained only two things: a set of coordinates and a time window. No salutations, no explanations, just execution parameters. It was cold, precise, and utterly unnerving. The observing fleet, a collection of the Council's finest ships, exited fold space exactly at the designated time, hanging in the void above Earth. They expected to see orbital platforms, automated sentries, maybe a fleet assembled in a neat, impressive formation. Instead, what they detected was something far more profound. Synchronized motion on a planetary scale. Across the entire surface of the globe, continents seemed to shift into a state of readiness. From their high orbit, the observers watched in stunned silence as launch systems activated without a single broadcast signal. Orbital lanes were cleared with the mathematical precision of a supercomputer. There was no visible panic, no frantic chatter, just a quiet, coordinated movement that encompassed air, sea, and space. It was as if the planet itself was a single, live-in weapon. Earth's military wasn't assembling for a parade. They were deploying as if the war had already begun. Ground forces entrenched themselves without any visual confirmation of a threat. Naval groups repositioned to deny any potential approach vectors. Orbital defense arrays aligned on the observers' ships, but their weapons remained unpowered. Every single movement followed a doctrine that was clearly refined over ages of constant, brutal anticipation. The observers noted the complete lack of improvisation. Everything followed a pre-established structure, a plan set in motion, a long time ago. Then came the first visual contact with human vessels. They were, to put it mildly, not what the Council expected. Human ships lacked the elegant symmetry and aesthetic grace favored by the other galactic races. Their designs were brutalist, prioritizing redundancy and function over form. The armor plating was a patchwork of repairs and reuse, bearing the scars of past conflicts. And while their weapon systems remained powered down, they were fully tracking every ship in the observer fleet. The implication was chilling. Earth's forces were trained to fight while under immense restraint. Control was embedded deeper in their doctrine than aggression. Analysis of the data stream revealed a startling truth. Earth's military doctrine hadn't evolved from fighting others, but from fighting themselves. Human history was a long, brutal story of constant internal conflict. This had normalized large-scale conflict management to an unprecedented degree. Their command structures prioritized autonomy at lower levels, expecting and absorbing failure rather than denying it. This created a fighting force that didn't need centralized reassurance to function effectively. Their strength wasn't in perfect order, but in their tolerance for chaos. To test the boundaries, a single, non-hostile drone was sent across the agreed-upon perimeter. Earth's response was instantaneous. It wasn't with a laser blast or a missile. It was with capture. In a flash, sophisticated electronic warfare isolated the drone, locked its propulsion, and overrode its controls. The drone was then guided back to the observer's fleet and released, completely intact. Just minutes later, no message accompanied its return. The action spoke for itself. It was in that moment the galactic observers understood. This wasn't a demonstration of power. Earth wasn't performing dominance. It was enforcing stability. Their mere presence redefined the very concept of escalation. For humanity, conflict wasn't an emotional outburst. It was an engineering problem to be solved with cold, detached efficiency. The silence of their posture communicated their limits more clearly than any threat ever could. A new conclusion was entered into the Council's records. First contact with Earth had failed to inspire awe or fear. It produced something far more significant. A complete recalibration of galactic power dynamics. Earth's army revealed that preparedness outweighs spectacle, and that true restraint signals confidence far more effectively than aggression. For the first time in millennia, the galaxy was left speechless, because its encounter with humanity had stripped away all illusions. True power wasn't shown through a dazzling display. It was shown through absolute, unwavering control. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this glimpse into a different kind of first contact, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories that challenge the way we see the universe.